how have you been finding being an artist in the UK?
Yeah, it's nice.
How have you been managing that sphere?
Well, I think for me, like I felt very like when I started to run open nights, for example. That was a challenging and exciting as well. Meeting lots of people. I met. Man, I think in my belt, more than 1,000 comedians passed me. In Scotland, for example. That I don't know. I'm very proud about that. Actually, like I think it's not about what I did, but I think it's something that I never thought in my life that I can actually give other people
platform,
and opportunity as well that I never been given myself. Meeting good people, man. Nice. I wouldn't say bad things about comedians, but because they've got their own struggle, you know. People support each other. In Scotland, there's so many groups of comedians. I learn a lot. Like you can't fit in all of them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at the end of the day, you just no one's everyone's cup of tea. That just doesn't happen.
But I think there's a problem, though. I always have to say about this. People always say Nico's maybe it's not, but if one need to be honest about Scottish comedy forum, community, whatever it's called, it needs lots of work. Because those who are up there, they don't give it opportunity for the people in the middle or in the end. Because, I think, I don't know, if I could be in that side, could I think the same? I don't know. I don't know about promoters. I don't know if you ever come across to any promoter in Scotland. Like, I can go to this promoter. You can give me a chance to go to London.
I mean, most of my networking, and again, I'm still starting out, so I can't really talk, to the big bucks for the big guys. But my networking has been other comedians, and I've met, a bunch of good guys like Patrick Linton. I've met Mikey Motion. Just a bunch of guys and girls as well. That Laura Kringle. If they got a gig, something they know something, but you should try, reach out there, see what happens. So they've been very kind to me of, just letting me know if there's an opportunity here or there and things like that. So Kavita, I've almost forgot about Kavita Badwaj. She's been amazing.
I think I'm a threat in the Scottish community. I'm a threat. The reason why I say that, because there's racism, and I'll never stop saying about this because it is. But the only reason why no one understands because I'm the only one person who experience it. And people never experience it. They were like, oh no, there's nothing. There's nothing. There is, and we should actually discuss it. Oh, they say, prove it. You have to go with a camera. You have to do this, prove how this works. I'm like, mate, we're all different. I understand that, but I know that let's talk about Edinburgh Festival, for example. Discrimination there is huge. For gay people, black people, whatever, applications and stuff like that. But that's all Nico proved it. I'm like, well, mate, I don't know. Maybe I can go on and on because I will never ever prove it because it's always gonna be covered because I'm only one person, maybe or two people and stuff. There's less of opportunities for black people, Asian and stuff, to go like really. Television, for example. I mean,
TV is a fairly safe space economically. That they've got safe space in the sense that they will err on the side of caution, and again, they want to make their money back. So they will go with what they think works or has worked in the past. And sometimes times are changing. You need to be...
Yeah, we are paying TV lessons, for example. Why am I paying it if I cannot be there? You know what I mean? So Scottish comedy, I think I've been attacked when I started on Facebook, for example. I had lots of... I'm also maybe wrong sometimes, but I only point my point out. So I was bombarded by this, blah, 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 blah. But I was really pointing something out. Someone said something to me that I didn't like it. And it's in the racial world. And when I put it in the forum, everybody... But some people stand with me, believe me, right? Like, people really say, yeah, that was wrong. And some people, but I don't want to talk about Sosa much, because Sosa for me, I already had enough in my own, in 4 years doing that. And as I said yesterday...
Yeah, Sosa was the comedy night that you ran.
Yes.
Just so.
Yeah. For me, I had enough personally in my own feelings. My mental state was exhausted in that place. Then some small accident happens. And then they're actually creating some stuff with that. But, as I said, like before, like, when you do something like, I was looking, where I'm going with this? If I stay in Sosa until 10 years, what is my goal? What I'm benefiting on it,
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to ask yourself the question.
I didn't see any value of it. Like, yes, get to know people, get people opportunity to have a comedy. But I thought I can do better comedy without running a comedy. Like now I feel like a comedian. Like I'm ready, man. Like if they give me like 3 months, like I'll take a break. Maybe like in November, I'll blow up the stage. Because I know what I'm writing now. But before I was thinking about other people, my heart was always on you guys. Like, is this guy okay? Or is he gonna turn up? Or what's gonna go?
I mean,
it's a constant in the last minute. You know how painful is that, man?
We can be a complicated and unreliable bunch at times. That is true.
There's one time 6 people canceling one in the same hour, and the show is about to start maybe like in an hour. I'm freaking out. How I'm gonna fit these 2 hours with what? You know, you can be the best MC in the world.
You can do a song and dance.
You know what I mean? So these are other, not bad, but I like the pain of it. It's kind of like learning. Then once you get to that source of actually not accepting, but that's the way it is, man. Then you're in.
I mean, that's not one of the reasons, but like I'm trying to do things that I'm doing on my own. That depends mostly on me. That the less other people I have to involve in my process, the better it is for me, because at the end of the day I answer to myself, and if I don't turn up on time, that's on me and I can have a word with myself. But I can't, it just feels it makes more sense to me to have stuff that I control, and that's the YouTube, that's the
I think
stand-up.
You're right. I think that's where I think like whoever run a open mic, they need to have some rules now. Like, I mean, like I know people got commitments. We understand that, but come on, someone canceled me like 3 times on the row, and I still give them a chance. Well, I'm thinking like, you know what I mean? It's an open mic. It's not something like we sign a contract. So
yeah.
But I wanted the person to value themselves as well. Like, what do you think you're doing? You know what I mean? But it become like a normal thing. It's like, but it really stressed me out. It's like really painful, man. It's like sometimes I don't know if people notice. Like I look like I don't know, unhappy or something like that. Not because of that, you don't know what I went through from Monday, Tuesday, and the show's on Wednesday. It's one of the toughest moments to get the show up. Then you got the owners of the place or the venue. They don't even notice these things. They think it just happened, And it's because maybe not given an opportunity to discuss something like those. I'm saying this that like whoever running an open mic, these are things that need people start looking at it, like paying attention, like communications. I mean, I think it would be the most powerful thing that people need to actually engage instead of like, turning up, come on, Nico is here and stuff. But there's some really deep code that is missing on these groups. Like people should start actually talking. We don't know our mental state each other's as comedians as well. We don't know what I'm going through, but every time expect me to be jumping or talking and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
is a stand-up comedian hiding that piece of that pain we have until you don't know. I can't just walk to you like, man, listen, I am not doing great, but I've got 10 comedians waiting for me to start.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing with comedy, that when you're doing it, your job is to provide
space.
Not just to provide space, but you have to you try to bring your A game. You try to bring your funniest self, and sometimes that can be very difficult. When, like, we used to have a story back home in acting. The story used to be this famous actor in my hometown's doing this play, and in between the breaks or one of the curtain calls, somebody comes over. It's like, I'm very sorry, we just found out your dad passed away. The guy's like, okay, thank you. Goes on, finishes the play, does it well, gets a standing ovation, and at the end he's like, find me that fucking guy that told me during the show. Do not ever tell me news like that during a show. I mean, so it's one of those stories that sometimes life hits you hard and you still have to, keep going.
Yeah, that's true, man. Comedy is nice.
That's the job.
I think my best part in the comedy is like first time in Edinburgh Festival. Like, this is everybody's dream to be in Edinburgh Festival. That's my free show, whatever. For me, like my name, because for me it was not like a stand-up comedy. I was lucky in 2016. I get a call from Ghana, and these guys, they're like super, man. They were like Afro-Batic dancers.
Okay.
So I was doing MC for them. They got like 4 stages of the show. So they first introduced the king, blah blah. So like when they change the cushions, take about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I'm doing the
So in between changes you're doing. Yeah. Okay.
So I had like one of my best. 2 years working at my best. When I say my best in the stage, that's where I could do my stuff. Because in that moment, you can use the same joke because there's different audience every day. But we have a problem as a group as well. This is another thing because I've become a manager for the group. Because the fun is like, Nico, I want you to lead these boys because sometimes they turn up late, been out drinking, fucking no energy. So you have and some of them, they're older than me, they're trying, but I learned, I took in charge and the group went super, man. I told guys, no one can give this dream travel from Africa to here. You know, I live here, but for me, from here, it's 45 kilometers from Glasgow to here. I feel like I'm in heaven. What about you from thousands of miles to give this opportunity and you want to mess it up? Come on, man. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it.
Make the most of it.
So yeah, we did well. It was sold out almost of the time because they were doing like kids. It's a family show as well. So people, and then my worst part, I think, that day I'll never forget, was like, we have to cancel the show because 2 guys didn't turn up. And the queue is like huge. I have to tell the kids, been told 4 days ago, we're going to see this African big show. And now I have to go to the moms like, I'm sorry, I have to cancel the show. Jeez. I couldn't face it, man. It's like, I can see the eyes of kids like dropping down in my face because some idiots just mess it up us, you know?
And these were paid shows, right?
Yes, the tickets sold out.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and the big guy sent me, said, Nico, you're in charge now, you deal with customers.
Yeah, I mean...
That's that moment for me, I always think about those kids. I don't care about adults, but the kids hit me so... Because I remember when I was in the village in Africa, when my mom said, we're going to town, I mean like in the big city.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep waiting for the bus, you know? So I can feel that pain as well.
The excitement.
We did actually say, rebus them, okay, we can come tomorrow if we go back, anytime, whatever. Some people came, some people didn't. So I decided to come up with the idea like having what's called feedback sheets. So when the show finishes, the audience will pass in the table, they'll take out the show us. So end of the week we'll go and look at these feedbacks and work out things out. And so I worked with them for 2 years. So that was my favorite part in the Edinburgh Festival. Then I went back again with another some other group, like this year, supporting other people and stuff. Someone asked me, are you a big fan of Edinburgh Festival again? No. No. It's like, no, I'm not big.
How come?
No, I want to be in that further stage. I mean, like the stage I am now, I need to fight to get to that stage.
I mean, it's a constant fight.
Yeah, so like for now, I wouldn't go do a show with, don't get me wrong, what I'm trying to say, I need to hide myself, work myself harder, then said to the guys, listen, the promoters, I want you to take me this show because I think I can do it. I can't sit on the command for 7 years or 8 years not moving forward. This is the problem about open mics. You think you're doing well because you're doing different plays. You're not moving anyway, just rotating the same story, maybe write a beat or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm focusing. So my plan is for the next year, sort of, I want to have my first hour, and hopefully next year I'll save up money and we'll see how it goes. But I want to either take it to the Fringe, or if not, just figure something out. I want to put out an hour worth of material that I've got in, and then we'll see how it goes from there.
For you got a chance because you got the acting experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a good chance to actually turn things around. Like for me, what I was saying to you yesterday, my focus now is the theater, on the theater groups.
Theater is a great way to.
I'm writing now with other groups. So I'm working with groups in online all over. We got this group called Artists Across Borders online. Like
so what is the dream? What is the plan? What are we looking forward to?
Yeah, we're gonna come up with something. I won't say it now.
Okay.
But it's gonna be massive. I know that. It's gonna be massive. I have to replace open mic with something bigger, even if it's a theater stuff. But
yeah, of course.
A production.
Look, at the end of the day, it's all storytelling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's all storytelling. Now, whether it's storytelling that's got a different message, whether it's storytelling about life, whether comedy is storytelling in just very specific sequences.
This is my dream for Edinburgh next year. Have a production.
There you go. You got something.
That's it. So
nice.
From now, I still got 1 year almost. Let's say 11 months from now. From August to next August?
Yeah.
That's not much time, but I was talking on the phone with my friend. That's my friend. We're working in these things. So we're starting like Monday, we're starting really hitting the conversations or meeting, get the thing going.
Good.
I'm good on making targets, goals. Like I know from tomorrow, so next week, Monday, to next year, let's say in July, same time like today, the show will be already working in Glasgow.
Good.
I like the new theatre they're building, in Gobos. What's called
Oh yeah, or is it the Citizens?
Yes.
Are they just renovating it? Yeah.
Man, that's my eyes on that place.
It is a beautiful theatre. I've seen a show in there during Brexit around that time.
And my
It's
friend,
beautiful.
I think my favorite is Trongate. It's small, Trongate.
Yeah.
It's nice. I've been there like
Yeah.
Many
No,
times.
yeah.
it's really nice, quite small but quite cool.
Yeah.
So I like that. So I think for me, comedy's been a pleasure doing it. But honestly, I wouldn't bother much about it. I'll finish it this August, then I'll take a break, focus on the theatre thing and writing that. But don't get me wrong, if someone called me, oh Nico, can you come and do the MC there? Why not? Because I've done it for a long time and it's quite cool. Yeah, I'll still do some on and off, but I wouldn't really put.
So
my
you're
mind
trying to shift your focus a little bit more to theatre stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Sometimes you gotta, as you said, you might come back with a fresh pair of eyes.
Yeah.
Things happen.
I like
It's just-
theatre because theatre it's got something personal to me. It's kind of like I say storytelling.
Yeah, I mean,
And raising awareness as well. I work my work most of the time like raising awareness on refugees and asylum seekers, like my podcast, and I do research as well about homelessness. I work projects in England. So I thought, why don't I put my story of my life on the theatre? Yeah, it's called The Lost Child. I know I sold the title already. It's
Lost Child.
The Lost Child because it's not a secret. The Lost Child, like every refugee, every migrant, once you leave your home, birth home, and wherever you are, to me that's lost.
It can be.
Not in a negative way. Kind of like, we go back to culture differences, for example. My culture is lost, man. I can't practice it here. When I mean practice it, I'm not talking, it's not a religious thing. I'm just talking about small things, like walking barefoot.
Yeah.
People throw the glass on the street, back home I'll never wear this. I'll be walking in the village barefoot. I like the touch of the nature. That energy connection is so powerful. We can't do it here because gases and everywhere, and it's cold.
Or it's very, very hot.
Exactly.
Like concrete is not your best friend when it comes to.
So these are small things. I'm just making a deal.
Okay.
And stuff without go to the forest, eat fruits, lots of different fruits for free. It's not like a compound shit. It's like, I miss those things. And what else? Now, thank God, because we've got African shops you can buy.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few on my street as well, Paisley Road West. There's quite a few.
Yeah, it's not the same though, but it's still,
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing.
Exactly, still. So those are other things, like if we put in theatre, for example, I can put haggis and put pandayam, African Nigerian food together in the sketch, for example. What is this? These are kind of ideas I've got about playing about culture differences, like playing different food, different girlfriends, whatever it is, etc. So there is a story there. There's something nice about I can see it, but it just need time to actually work on it.
Yeah, it can be a fascinating new window into British culture, Zimbabwean culture. That's how always cultures, they brush up against each other, and then something falls out, something funny, something interesting.